WEF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future, we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's SELHURST. Rev up the engines, no more rivers, reactions, fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Everyone, hope you're well, hope you're good. We're here for another match preview, and I don't know why I'm smiling. We have been terrible, but we're here. Obviously, Liverpool tomorrow, the early kickoff, which is the only aspect to which I'm hoping will work in our favour, because I know Liverpool had a lot of early kickoffs last season, and things didn't go well. But Dan, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. Just gearing up for a night shift, so I'll be gone in like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm all good. Got to be honest, I feel I've been good because I've been blocking Palace out of my mind the last couple of days, to be honest. And then the press conference comes out today, and now I feel annoyed again. So, but yeah, besides that, yeah, good.
JC, how's it going, mate?
I mean, I'm okay. Obviously, this game is come at the wrong time because Liverpool are the most informed team in the league right now, and we are probably the most out of form team in the league right now. So, you know, I don't want to get a little bit ahead of myself, but it feels like it's going to be like the lockdown game. We're going to be 7-0. It's going to be stress.
It is good. I think it's going to be stressful. And we had to get Mr. Analysis on board. If you haven't seen him on Grizz Carnage, you would have definitely seen him on the Big Six. I mean, Grizz, honestly, the amount of work you do is incredible. We honestly appreciate the fact that you've spent the time to join us today. Grizz Khan, obviously representing Liverpool. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm just trying to work out why are you guys so down and out, man. Like, I don't get this, man. Like this is what football's about, though. Like, so you the way you dressed it up, like we're so in form, you're so out of form. You should be stress-free. This should be like a free hit to you. That's what I would look at it like that. Like, we got nothing to lose tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have fun, regardless of the result. I would look at it like that. Like, you guys are way too stressed, man. Go and have a biryani or something, man. Chill.
Do not go.
I was halfway through mine.
Not a biryani.
You know what I'm saying? You
can't eat a biryani while you're watching Man United.
Yeah, exactly. Put that a biryani, man.
That's a
but listen,
clip,
that's the way I look at it, man. I just think you lot should be chilled about it tomorrow, man. There's nothing to lose. We're the only ones that got jeopardy at stake, if you know what I mean. We're the only ones that can fuck up, really. If we don't win, it's a fuck up. If we lose, it's a disaster. Whereas you guys, anything apart from a mad defeat is cool. It's cool. And obviously, if you draw or you get a win, mad. It could kickstart your season.
No, 100%. But obviously, I know you've got about, say, 20, 25 minutes with. So let's talk about Liverpool. Because obviously, the big factor was obviously Jurgen Klopp leaving and Arne Slot coming in. And I tell you what, he's done a very good job. And so how the Liverpool fan base feeling about things with Arne?
Exactly how he looks from so the way I describe is, how do you guys see him at the moment? You see him complete contrast to Jurgen Klopp, right? You guys are used to Jurgen Klopp going fucking mad and fist pumping and jumping up and down the touchline. Have you seen this guy move or animated or anything? And that's how he's made the fan base feel. Like, I'm so calm. Honestly, I'm so calm and relaxed. Even during the game, there's no, like, for us, Man United away is obviously the biggest game. Like, you know, the rivalry, even though they're shit, the rivalry is still there. Sometimes it makes you freeze, yeah, when you go into games like this. But I was so calm and confident. Normally, the tension is too much for me to handle, but I was so calm. And this is the biggest thing that he's, you know, put on like expectations on the fan base. Like we're cool, we're okay. Whatever happens, we're cool, and that's the way his team is playing right now. You know what I mean? Obviously, we had that nasty result against Forest, but it's proven to be a blip. So yeah, man, we calm. I can't speak for all the fan base, but I'd say majority of the fan base is pretty calm. You're always going to get mad sections of the fan base that are saying, "Yo, this football's too slow. Yo, we need some more energy." I missed Jurgen. That's normal, isn't it? That's normal. But me myself, I'm very calm.
It's good to hear that because I must admit you're the level-headed Liverpool fans out there. You know, obviously, I'm a massive fan of the Big Six. You know, you see
So
me.
am I, bro. So am I. I'm a fan. I watch them back. Like I mute myself and I listen to the show. I'm a fan, bro. First and foremost, but yeah,
100%. I send the supers. I support like what you're doing,
big up.
and just overall, regardless of whether things are going good or going bad, you're very level-headed. Do you think it's going to benefit you kind of being so much under the radar? Because obviously the eyes are more so on the cities and the Arsenals in a sense, like
100%, 100,000,000%. I've started a little bit of a ninja emoji going on my timeline, where we're not here to be seen or heard, bro. We're just about going and doing our business quietly and efficiently. And I think you're spot on. I don't know about the rest of you brothers. I think all eyes are on City and Arsenal. Arsenal have to do something. They keep talking. Their fan base talks like they're the Invincibles again, but they're not. They have to win a trophy, and a major trophy at that. A Carabao Cup ain't gonna run for these mans now. They've spent a lot of money. They've had 2-3 years sampling what it's like to be up there, and now, like Liverpool, they need to get over the line because Liverpool. People can cuss Liverpool about our Man City dominated. Of course, Man City dominated, but we still won a Champions League and a Premier League in that domination period, and every other trophy, and every other trophy that's available. So people forget that aspect. All right, we finished second 3-4 times by 1 point. But now we're seeing what levels this Man City take you to. Arsenal fans are crying, "Oh my God, these lot are so good." Arsenal haven't peaked 90 points yet. We reached 97 and didn't win the league. We reached 93 or 92 and we didn't win the league. Do you know how much that hurts? That would have won the league every other season in history. So I think all eyes are on Arsenal, and of course all eyes are on City. And I don't know about what your guys' predictions were at the start of the season, but when people found out Klopp's gone and Slot's coming in, they were like, finished. Liverpool, you know what I mean? But we maintained it, and if we win tomorrow, and I know, you know what I mean, Palace fans won't like me hearing, but if we win tomorrow, we're guaranteed to go into the international break on top. I don't think many people would have predicted that, bro, at the start of the season. That in October now? That in October, Liverpool are going to be on top. No one would have thought that under Slot. They would have thought maybe 4th, 5th. But so, yeah, man, I think we can go about our business, but the pressure will start to build on him. Because your next question is like, do you feel he's under pressure? Whether I think not right now, but I think around Christmas time, I think the pressure will build up on him if we're still there. If we've dropped down to 4th, 3rd, that's expected. So, yeah, man, right now, we're comfortable, but the tests start tomorrow. I consider Palace away always a tough fixture. I know you guys probably see it differently, but me, I always turn up at Palace because it's not far from me. Or I try to go to all the London games, especially. And the atmosphere is always banging over there. I know what you're saying about the early morning kickoff and that, but atmosphere is always banging, and it's always a tough game. So I expect nothing different tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Just before we get into the actual Palace versus Liverpool over the last couple of seasons, what do you think is the biggest? Minus the calm side of it, what's the biggest difference you've seen between Slot and Klopp?
Yeah, of course. The obvious one is that the calmness. He's less animated, but that rubs off on the pitch. So a lot of the players have been doing interviews and saying he's instilling a more possession-based game. Like we were known to win the ball high up, and before you know it, bang, bang, Sadio Mane, Diaz, Salah, Bobby Firmino, or Jota now. Bang, 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 bang. Back to front, quick time. Trent, one ball, bang. You know, now, and our midfield used to be just workhorses, engines, supplying Robertson, supplying Trent, and supplying the front three. Now, hopefully, we get a chance to show it tomorrow. We're much more patient team. He's instilled a lot of patience in our team. We keep the ball longer. Our possession stats are through the roof. You know what I mean? More passes. He wants to just keep passing. The Dutch total football way, man. So it's early days. It's absolutely early days. So I ain't about to get gassed and say, yo, we're doing this, we're doing that. But so far, it's a refreshing change stylistically.
Yeah. And just before we go to the comments, you mentioned obviously you feel like Palace is always a difficult fixture. When you look at the 2 games last season, Jordan Ayew getting sent off, I think, swayed the game more so in your favour at SELHURST Park. And then obviously, I don't know how, but we managed to get a win at Anfield with Glasner. Do you think anything would be different this time round against us at SELHURST Park, or are you expecting a kind of a routine win?
No, I'm not. I'm not, honestly, and I don't mean to gaslight you guys. Like, I'm not expecting a routine win. Like, Premier League football doesn't work like that. You have to earn. And I always say, if we match the work rate of teams that are below us, then we should let the talent do the talking. But if we don't match the work rate and effort that you guys are going to put in because you're on a horrendous run, right? And you guys he is kind of under pressure. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people expected Palace to push for Europa, maybe. You know, maybe top half Europa League places, especially with some of the signings that you made. But it hasn't worked out. And obviously, it's early days. You've had a horrible fixture list to start off with. You've played quite a few big teams. So I don't think it's going to be routine. I think we have to earn every bit of success that if we're to get anything. So, you know, I don't know. I haven't checked too much what you guys' injury situations like, whatever. But I ain't under no illusions. We ain't rocking up to Palace and yeah, whatever. No, man. We have to proper put a shift in. And if we put a shift in, then we may get our rewards.
JC, let's run through some comments.
All right. Big up Michael. I was there at Anfield when the unbeaten run started last season. I'll be there tomorrow praying for the same. I'm hoping for anything tomorrow, even a good performance. Big up Nippon. I'm sure this is Nippon, right?
Yeah.
Big up Chairman. And big up Eagle-Eyed and Grizz TV. 3-point stress. Yeah, I think that's why we're a little bit stressed, because we've only got 3 points, and I think that our fixture list was actually one to be getting a lot more points, so only 3.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Down under is stress with Aussie land. If we have more points on the board, this would be a free hit.
Yeah, I get that.
100%.
Yeah.
Big up Animal. Big up Michael again. This would be nice 1-0 to us again, like last time we played last year. We are home. We have a good team. Why not?
I mean, that was one of the maddest. I know you lot won, and it was a fantastic goal as well that you scored. But even you guys will think, wow, how did we survive?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know. I still don't know how we didn't get something from that game. It was chance after chance after chance. And you're talking like one-on-one chances. But hey, listen, you played very, very, very well, and you really worked goal and you held on. So look, you got the support tomorrow, at home tomorrow. Something's got to give. You're not going to keep losing every game. You know what I mean? We're not going to keep rocking up to Palace and win every game. Law of averages suggest that something could happen tomorrow. I hope not, but madness does happen.
There's some IU slander here, which we're gonna skip past. I know that Dizzy said that I use a striker, but I use a good striker. I don't care what anyone says. Chairman says I can't remember the last time we actually beat Liverpool at home. Dan, do you?
I googled it. It's 14-15 when we won 3-1.
10 years.
So 10 years ago. In that time, we've only gotten we got a draw in the 22-23 season.
Yeah. Big up everyone for the comments. There are better comments. So I'll start going through these a little bit faster. This is saying, gonna get a draw from this and Ketty a masterclass. I hope so. If Eddie gets a hat trick tomorrow, ring, ring, ring. It ain't happening. He said, I'll happily take another 3-3.
I think we'll all take a draw 100%.
We're all taking anything here.
Yeah. Like JC said, I'll take a good performance. Like even if we lose like 1-0, 2-0, and we felt unlucky, I'll take that all day long. To be honest,
100%.
Yeah. I think on a generic basis, I think as long as the performance is improved, we'll be okay. But I think that will all just be determined on the starting lineup, because obviously that caused a lot of controversy. Grizz, we like doing a combined 11, and I think we'll get this out early because obviously I know you've got another show coming up, where you need 3 players from each team at least. So this will be very interesting, and we'll leave you to set it up basically.
So yeah, as Rich said, so the players can be in. So even if they're injured, you can put them in anyway because it's just a best 11 you can create out of both the teams. You have to have at least 3 players from each team, so you can't just put a full Liverpool team because we did that a few seasons ago, and basically they just put a full Man City team. We're thinking, oh, what's the point of even talking about it? So first of all, what formation would you like?
Jeez. First I've got to work out the 3 players in there I want for you, because probably straight away 2 of your best my favorite players have left you. I thought Joachim Andersen is an absolute bad boy. I would have taken him at Liverpool. That's how highly I rate him. And of course, Michael Olise. So this is a tricky one now.
I watched the 15 minute compilation of him yesterday and I nearly cried.
Yeah. Well, I think it's quite easy. I know, obviously, I have to take 3, right? So in that sense, I'll go with what we normally play, which is a 4-2-3-1.
Yep.
Who
do you want to go?
I think I'll stick with Alisson.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I got. All right. Okay. So I really like your fullback, right back. Yeah.
Yep.
I really like him, but obviously I'm going to go with Trent, right? And I'm going to.
That's fair enough.
And I'm going to take. I tell you what, I'm going to take the first pick. I'm going to take from you guys is Mark Gahey, obviously, because I have respect the guy, but I do like your right back. I think he's a fantastic player. Munoz, how do you say his name?
Munoz.
Yeah. Obviously, Verge next to him. So that would be a good combination. Oh, God. Can I have a list of your... Okay, I know you got Mitchell, isn't it, your left back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's our only left back, by the way.
No, I'm going to keep Robbo.
I won't even be mad at that.
Yeah.
Can I see your... Oh!
It's got Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
Wharton, Decore, Lerma.
To be fair, I know I've listened to a lot of Grizz and he rates Wharton, so I have to give him his props for that.
Wharton is him, so put him in there straight away. Wharton. Yeah, bro. If we have the chance to take Wharton away from you, yeah, it's happening. Wharton and McAllister, even though Gravenberch, I'm sure you guys have seen him play this season. And he's
been brilliant.
He's been mad, absolute mad. But obviously, I've got to fit Wharton in there and McAllister just as the ultimate baller. And then I'm taking my 3rd pick, which is quite easy and straightforward. You already know who's going to play in that 10. Yep, there you go.
Well, he is.
That's what I like. That's what I like about you lot. You lot down at Palace know your ball, man. So Eze, and obviously then Diaz, Salah, and Jota. I think Eze would cook in our team.
That's a fair shout, you know.
Eze would do serious damage in this team. Can you imagine him with Diaz and Salah and Jota on either side of him and in front of him? That's mad.
I think this team is crazy.
Yeah.
I think that is a very good.
This
Yeah.
is a thick
To be
team.
honest, the 3 Palace players in there was exactly what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, I was thinking. Obviously, as I said, obviously Munoz was the other one that I would love to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I would love to fit him in because I do rate him like that. But yeah, obviously I have to go with Trent, and then one of our centre backs can rest. Okay,
I think this season I probably would have gone Gravenberch purely because McAllister's ex-Brighton as well. But you know, the agendas have to agenda.
I think Gravenberch needs his props because he's been phenomenal this year.
Yeah, he's a joy to watch, man. Like when you see him live, his touch, his balance, because he's 6'2", you know, and his balance, the way he shifts, like either side, it's like very graceful. You don't expect that from a big guy, right? So yeah, man, him and Wharton would be mad together as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and also I'm sure that Liverpool wanted to buy Decore from us a few years last
Exactly.
year as well.
But obviously, is he back playing fitness? Is he playing tomorrow?
No, he's picked up another little injury, but he's coming back slowly.
So who's going to be your midfield tomorrow, do you reckon? Wharton, obviously.
It'll be Wharton, Lerma.
Wharton and Lerma. And Hughes, probably 3 in there?
Potentially Hughes.
No, we only play a 2 in the middle.
Oh, you're going to play 4. Okay. So who's going to be your...
Our back 3 will be, I reckon, Chalobah, Guéhi, and Lacroix, which is a strong defense, to be honest, but we're just worried about how we're attacking at the moment.
So is this the Chelsea Chalobah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very smart.
We got him on loan.
He's on loan.
Very smart.
He's been injured, so hopefully he starts tomorrow.
And then you got Mitchell and
Munoz.
And then you play 4-2. No, you play 5 at the back. 2. Who's your 3 up front? Eze, Mateta,
and then Ketia.
Oh, not are you?
But he's got Leicester.
Oh, sorry. So Nketiah, Eze, and Mateta. How do you set that up?
The fan base have been clamoring for Mateta to be dropped, Nketiah go up top, and Ismail Sarr go on the right hand side.
Oh. So he hasn't had much of a...
Currently, we're trying to force Nketiah to sort of play wide right, which just doesn't work. He's a striker.
You probably get your width from your wing backs, right? And then
The problem is they haven't really. They've either been pinned back, or they've been isolated, or they've not been that great on the ball.
And
also, going to be interesting. Salah and Diaz are pretty good form, man. Not gonna lie, so that's going to be tasty tomorrow.
Yeah, and also with Nketiah being a striker, trying to play him wide right, he just drifts inside. So you leave Munoz absolutely isolated out on that right hand side. So he's not been as good as he was last season.
Yeah, and I think as well, a big thing for us is that before last season, Nathaniel Klein was doing really well on that right-sided centre-back, and he was pushing up really high. But this season, our right-sided centre-back just doesn't seem to be doing that, whoever it is. So Munoz is literally there on his own.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. Just a few things, because I know you got to go and get ready for your next stream. Because first things first, obviously you had that defeat at Forest. How do you feel like Arne Slot has learned from that? Like, is there anything that we can expose from that Forest game that we could take into tomorrow?
Yeah, man, the way they set up. You know, you said you guys play a 5-2-3 system kind of thing. That could work. You know, that could work because we struggled in that game to create any clear-cut chances. Not gonna lie, like Forest done a number on us straight up. I don't muck about, man. I ain't here to gas up my team for no reason. And we were poor, but Forest were good. So yeah, I reckon you can learn from that, man, and see how it goes. Like play a low block against us and just try frustrate us. And then, you know, set pieces. Anything can happen on a set piece, even though we're good on set pieces going the other way as well. Yeah. But you know what I mean. You got some like Mateta's a big unit. He's caused us problems before. You know what I mean. So Nketiah's trying to prove a point, and Eze, we know his quality, man. Eze's Premier League like top 6 quality, easy. So you know what I mean. I think there's a blueprint that you can follow, and sort of like like Kenneth says in the chat, Liverpool's first defeat tomorrow. Mark my words. I hope not, man. But
They've already lost this season.
football's a funny.
No?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Fake facts there. But yeah, man. Anything can happen, man. It's a game of football, and that's what the beauty of it is, man. It doesn't matter like who's bottom, who's top in the Premier League. Anything can happen.
So just before we let you go, what is your score prediction for tomorrow? If you do score predictions.
So I said on the big 6 2-0. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going 2-0. Clean sheet will be hard. We probably will concede, even though we've only conceded 2 goals this season. We'll probably concede.
Yeah, Alisson plays
but I'm
so
going for
well
now
against us every time at SELHURST. Yeah, can you just tell Andy to have a break tomorrow? Now listen,
I'll tell you, I'm going to make a.
Appreciate it. No, go on.
I was going to say I'm making well, it's going to probably take me about 2 hours to get to Selhurst Park tomorrow. So I'm hoping for a win, man. I ain't going all the way there to not play well or not get 3 points. In fact, I don't care about playing well. As long as we get 3 points and go into this international break on top, that's all that counts.
If you're feeling upset about not getting a result, if you're not getting a result for a 2-hour journey, I think we felt on our journey to Everton.
Shit. Shit.
That was
absolutely
long.
Yeah.
It was long. But Grizz, like I mean, obviously I bumped into you last season at this stage when we played.
Yeah, man, we look out for each other as well. We look out for each other.
Look out for us. Like we'll be there doing like some fan camps and stuff. If you can hang about after the game, that'd be great. But we really appreciate the time. Listen, guys, make sure you follow Grizz Carnage. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Make sure you obviously follow him in the Big Six. If you don't know about the Big Six, get to know. It is incredible. It's so good. And the way Saeed got cooked.
Well, we're just starting literally in about half an hour. We're starting our pro clubs. All 6 are on today, so that's going to be a whole heap of fun. So go and check that out right now.
I'm going to be there. We will be there.
We will be there.
And stuff. So no, Chris, seriously, really appreciate your time.
Our pro club team needs to play them then.
Yeah. We have to sort it out, man.
We're going to get cooked.
But yeah, Chris, we'll leave you to it. We're going to continue as it is, talking Palace. But yeah, appreciate it. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Chris.
All the best except tomorrow, obviously.
Only the 90 minutes.
Thank you.
I'm
gonna bounce as well because I've got to go work. So I'll see you guys.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
See you later, guys.
Dan. Peace.
Later.
And
JC, let's talk Palace. Francis injured again.
My injury-loving friend, with a groin injury, and then a rib injury, and now I don't know what injury, but my guy's got an injury. You know what? Yeah. All I'm saying is that my guy's Ballon d'Or clause finishes this year. The injuries have saved us no money. The thing is with Franca, it's just unfortunate, in my opinion. I think it's unfortunate. I think that we've got a good player there. We have to remember he's 20 still, so he's very, very, very young. I think it's a case where he's just young, he's growing, he's going to get injuries as you're growing. But it's still, as a fan and as a fan of a club of I guess in the grand scheme of things in the Premier League, a fan of like a mid-sized club, if we spend £20 million on a player, we want to see that player play at least. And the thing is we know he's a good player. And it's just the fact that his injuries is just the only thing that's keeping us from seeing what he can do. Because even when he played against Everton, when Roy was doing some, you know what, football, some haram football, let's say, he was still a standout player there.
Yeah.
And I'll still never forgive Roy for not giving him that second chance at Everton in the replay of the cup. Why did you bench him? He
That
was
was
actually
mad.
fit that game. He was actually fit and ready to play. But I think that France is a good player. He will. I think, as Dan said earlier, that people are only upset now because we're not playing well, and they seem to think that he'll just come back in and do a madness. Whereas if we're playing well, you know, people just like, oh, you know, I hope he gets better soon. We'll see him soon. But that's the only reason why people's perspectives changed. And
Yeah.
the thing is we need to remember that he wasn't ever bought as he's going to come in now and play. And granted, it has been a year and a half now, and people are probably saying, "Oh, he should be playing." But I think that because of what Roy done, I think that you probably stumped a whole year of that growth even before he started. So you're basically starting from ground zero again. But because of his injuries, just pushing it further and further back. I'm sure he'll come good. I'm sure he'll play regular football when he's like grown up and got out of these injuries. But we just have to wait it out, really. Not really much else we can do.
For real. I think also just on that note, it's just it's like we hear that he's back training and thinking great, and then it's like as soon as match days around the corner, oh, he's injured again. You know, I think it's just a frustration from that point of view. And even on that, maybe the streets are saying that he's just trying to bust paternity leave.
I mean, for men, it's only 2 weeks, so he's not going to get very much, is he? So I don't know why he's doing all this just to get 2 weeks off.
Maybe
But-
he fabricated the injury to get longer.
Mitch here, so you got our Ferguson regen. The only difference is our Ferguson regen cost 20 million quid.
Yeah,
I think
look,
it's just unfortunate.
yeah,
There's nothing else you can really say about it.
absolutely. I'm just going into Glasgow and obviously his press conference earlier. It seems as if he's contemplating even like a change of formation. I mean, there's even been reports that Mateta's asking for £100,000 per week. There just seems to be too much happening behind the scenes, which I think is actually affecting our performance on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. I have a controversial opinion for this Mateta thing. I reckon that he's seen Nketiah come in for the same amount for 100 and getting paid 100 grand a week, and he's sitting there going, "Hang on, have you not seen what I did last season?" And Nketiah hasn't done that in his whole time at Arsenal. Why is he getting paid that and I'm not? That's what I think's happening.
Which is the point.
Like if someone's getting paid more than you, and throughout your career you've technically scored more goals than he has, and he's getting paid more, you'd feel some sort of way about it, no?
Yeah, I agree. But I think that the biggest issue that the fan base has, and I can see why they have an issue, is he's not actually been on form now to be able to make those sort of statements and those demands. Like, let's just say he continues form from last season, then everyone will be like, I get it. You know what I mean? But he's actually not been good. You know, to the point where we're thinking of like, let Sarr play on the right hand side, let Nketiah play up top. You know, so I mean, he's always seemed as if he's not happy at the moment in time. I think there was rumours that he wanted to find a Champions League side during the summer.
He's gatekeeping his damn celebration. Like, something's going on.
Yeah. You know, so it's clear that he's not in the right frame of mind. But another player who I think ain't in the right frame of mind and rightfully dropped from the England squad is Eze.
I mean, I don't wish anything bad on Eze, but I'm happy that he got dropped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very happy he got dropped because now he can actually have time to rest. Because remember, he's been picked for every England team now since even before the Euros.
Mm.
So really and truly, even with him, he hasn't actually had that much of a rest either. So obviously he'll need a rest. That's all well and good. But I think that taking him out of that England camp, taking him away from all them egos, taking away from all them friends that are playing in the Champions League, playing in the Europa League, playing in Europe, playing in other countries, like, you know, maybe swaying his mind, it's probably a good thing you can keep him away from them. Because I'm sure that he's buddy with Phil Foden. Phil Foden's getting, mate, you should come City, you'll be sick for us. Oh, mate, you should come Liverpool, you'll be sick for us. And then also the fact that Parish came out and said he got no offers, that's got to kill his confidence. No? So him being away from that toxic environment, and also Palace players tend to go to England and come back worse every single time. The only one that hasn't really done it, then again, though, even a little bit, is Mark. Mark came back and was a little bit worse. He's started to get back into it now, but even everyone just seems to go to England and come back worse. So it's good to keep him away from that camp, you know, getting focused on Palace again, like 100% committed to Palace again, and then he can hopefully start regain some of his form from last season. I'm not saying I don't want him to ever play for England again. I'm just saying that I think that he's a little bit of time away from it, get grounded, get back into form, and also it might actually give him a little kick, as if what Glasner done against City, I believe, where they pulled Eze off and said, "Listen, you ain't doing it today." Maybe this will be the same kind of thing. England not picking him, like, look, mate, Angel Gomez got in instead of you. Right, he's sick, but you should want that spot. They got Gibbs White in there. You should want that spot.
Yeah, and I think it will be an indication of obviously how his form's been so far. He will know, like, I've not played well, and hopefully that's the kick at the backside he needs. Yeah, and another player, obviously, Adam Morton's been selected again for the under-21s. I'm sure Glasner's going to have a say and be like, yo, he's not fit.
He's playing, but he's not fit. He's only playing because we need him to play. He doesn't need to play for England. If he got called up for the senior squad, I understand it more. But for the 21s, Glasner just, you know, keep him home, innit?
100%. How are you feeling about tomorrow's game? Obviously, we're going to have some content for you guys, which I hope you would appreciate and love. Something a little bit different from our perspective. Looking forward to it. If you see us in a suit and a blazer, you know why.
I ain't wearing a suit. You must be mad.
I'm wearing a blazer and a polo shirt. I won't lie to you.
A blazer?
Yeah.
I'm wearing jeans and a polo shirt.
I'm looking fitted.
I'm wearing jeans and a polo shirt. That's it. I'll wear a hoodie though. It's too cold for this.
Yeah, I heard the weather's going to be mad still. But look, I mean, we're going into this game, and I think both of us are just like, we're just there for the vibes. You know, just keep it 100. However, if we come up with this with a draw, I don't think we're going to complain whatsoever. You know,
I said at the start of the stream, if we get a good performance, I'm not upset. I'm thinking that's a win. Like, just showing progression from the awful performance against Everton is a progression. But we 100%. Tend to play better against better teams, which is annoying.
It's a good point. And obviously, after this is an international break, I think our season, weirdly enough, but it actually starts Forest away. That's where our season starts, you know. So we go into tomorrow. Let's just not pick up any injuries. Let's get some players back fit. Let's put up a good show, and we see how we are after international break. If we happen to win tomorrow, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be shameless. I'm gonna be shameless. I'm gonna celebrate it 1,000,000%. You know,
we have to celebrate any win we get, and also if it's against Liverpool, we haven't beaten them at Selhurst in 10 years. We have to be shameless.
100%. And even with that, I think we've given ourselves good accounts over the last couple of years, minus the 7-0 that happened during lockdown. But we've actually given good accounts against Liverpool at home. The last two times, I think it was 3-1 in the end, but I think we were very close to like
3-1 and the 2-1. But the 2-1 was the one that was the annoying one, because that was the one where Jota jumped into Gaeta and then got a penalty for it.
I think that was a 3-1.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because we got to 2-1 and then we were on top, like we were dominating, and then got a penalty. which is annoying. But then even with last season's 2-1, we were winning, and Ayu got sent off for nothing.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
so-
that. I can't lie. I don't remember it at all. Bad memories.
And,
It's disappear.
and then was it Salah and Javier scored really because Remy Matthews.
Oh
came
no,
in,
I
and we were
remember. Harvey Elliott basically ran from the halfway line, just ran through everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, as long as we get a decent performance, I don't think the fan base would be mad. I know obviously Pat's here saying we're gonna get smashed. It could happen. I've even put in prediction we'll lose 3-1.
I said 3-0. Dan in
Right.
tactical said we'll lose 4-0.
Liverpool at the moment are doing a madness.
But
we obviously have to
they
think
conceded 2 goals all season. And bear in mind,
also got to think
good
about
teams in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We also got to think about the little bits about even the fact that he lost to Forest at Forest Ground. So there's something we can grab onto, and that's a fingers crossed. You know.
I mean, if you go back and watch Tactical, I have broken it down a little bit, and I do think there are ways to get love out of this game. You just, one, you need to be lucky, and two, you need to execute the game plan absolutely perfectly.
Absolutely. You know, one final question before we look to wrap up. Do you think there's dressing room disharmony?
I don't think that there's dressing room disharmony. I think there's disharmony on the pitch. And I say that because how many times did we see Adam Wharton running through the midfield on a counter-attack with the ball at his feet against Everton, and he looks up and he goes, "Where are you? Where are my runners?" And everyone's just sort of standing around waiting for him to do something. Whereas last season, there'll be a runner and he'd go clip straight over the top, in on goal. Oh, there's a runner over there, clip out wide, through on goal. I think that the harmony and the balance of the team is just all wrong on the pitch. And I think that they're not moving, they're not communicating. I think off the pitch, all the all of the the content and the training footage and this and that, everyone looks like they're having a great time. Like all of Glasner's training methods are all game formatted, so they're all fun, they're all engaging, and they're all building the team spirit. I feel like that's working absolutely beautifully. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong in the changing room. I feel like it's all wrong on the pitch. I feel like the setup of the team is slightly wrong, and also because it's slightly wrong, not everyone's playing to the best of their abilities, and because of that, they're not making the right decisions, and not making the right decisions, aka not running, not making space, not moving for your midfielders, not moving for your strikers. I feel like that's all just sort of come together and just made one big issue that we can't really attack very well. And also the fact that some of our strikers, I think all of our forward players, either one, they're being played out of position, and two, they've got no confidence. Because last season, we've made a lot of chances. It's just that we're not putting them away. I think Dan spoke about it. We have one of a very good XG. We just don't put it away. That's our problem. If we could score our chances, we actually look a lot better. But we just, one, we don't shoot enough, and two, we're just not scoring the chances that we should be scoring.
No, facts. I don't know if you mentioned it earlier. I mean, for me, I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I just think it's going to be a difficult game. Let's get to the international break. It's good that it's only Gay and Anderson going. I'm expecting, obviously, Lerma and...
Gay and who?
Munoz, obviously. Gay and Henderson.
You said Anderson.
They're the only two for me. Henderson, apologies. Those are only two, obviously, that have made it for England. Lerma and Munoz are expected to obviously get called up for Colombia if they have any fixtures. Eze is not being called up. Watson's in the under-21s.
I hope
Mateta, I'm sure, hasn't. I don't think Mateta's been called up. So hopefully they get the rest that they need. But I think we've got to stop making rest an excuse. We're in the middle of we're into October now. You know, Granted, we know before at the beginning of the season we could say they haven't had much rest and so on and so forth. But other teams have had players that are out and they're just functioning well. So we've just got to do better, whether it's against Liverpool or just Forest, which is the next game. We've got to find a way of winning games. And I think once we win the first game, I think we'll be all right. We'll go on a run of games of wins, but we'll have to just wait and see. But JC, what's your prediction? Was it 3-0, you said?
3-0. I think that's going to be a very tough game. I don't think we're going to score. And I think Liverpool are just very free-flowing, very possession-based. And they like to hit people on the transition. And that is exactly what we struggle with. Especially this two-man midfield, we're going to struggle. And especially with how good Gravenberch is playing these days. And they've also... So get this right, we're Crystal Palace and we're playing one less midfielder than a team like Liverpool these days. How crazy is that? We're trying to play a two-man midfield. Granted, if you're winning and it's working, it's great. But right now, it's not really working. I feel like the thing to do is probably put Eze in a 10, put him centrally, and put Mateta and Nketiah up top together. Because then Nketiah could drift to either side and make that wide option, because he that's what he used to do for Arsenal. And then if you put Eze in the middle, you got a three-man midfield there, kind of. So you got a little bit more structure, a little bit more personnel in the middle. But the thing that I really think we're going to struggle with, and the reason why I said 3-0, is the two people that I put in the thumbnail, the two Colombian teammates. Luis Diaz is going to have a field day against Munoz. And I'll tell you why. One, Munoz is an okay defender, but the form that Diaz is on is crazy right now. And he's going to cook him. And he's going to drive inside, and he's going to whip shots on his right foot, pass inside. He's going to cause mayhem. I mean, hot take. He's probably going to cause more problems here than Salah.
And yeah, the form you said he's on is incredible. Obviously, Jota is just a nuisance. Salah may not be on the best form, but he always finds his way on the score sheet. I don't see us dominating the midfield. I think we're just going to ride our luck. And I think if we're going to get any joy, I know Konate and Van Dijk are not the best dealing with pacing behind. But when it comes to defending and attackers that try to hold up the ball, they're beasts. So against the Mateta, they would have joy.
Well, with what we said in Tactical, that Van Delegate, there's actually a reason behind that, because if someone's dribbling at them, they just back up. But then the second they get anywhere near their own penalty box, Van Dijk will go, "Hey, Konate, tackle him. I don't want my stats to go down." So, it's a thing where they can deal with pace, but it's just the fact that they're not comfortable with it, and the fact that the centre backs are so passive until it gets to a certain point where they step in. That's probably where you need a confident Eze, because the second they step in, if he does one of them nice little body feints and goes round, that's it. He's beat the man. It's only the keeper now. So an informed Eze, like I said, right in the middle in that number 10 position with two strikers making runs for him, I feel like we could cause a lot of problems, because their wing backs, whenever they're defending, they're just out of the picture. So it's really you're attacking against those two centre backs. Right, there's two centre backs. One is world class and one is brilliant as well in Konate. But you have to be on top of your game still to even get past those two, because they play for Liverpool for a reason. Let's be real.
Just on that note, to wrap up, we may get past the two centre backs, but Alisson's had blinders against us. So it's like, crap.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's completely off topic, but I can still remember a few years ago when Joe Hart had the best game of his life for West Ham against us at Selhurst, and he was rubbish for the rest of the season. It just happens against us, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Now, big up everyone. Big up for those in the chat. Apologies if you have been able to read all your comments. But guys, make sure you look out for the content that we're producing tomorrow. Not just the fan cams. There's going to be a vlog as well, and there's going to be a vlog for good reason. And that reason is obviously what we experience tomorrow. You can experience in the near future too. But we won't say too much. We'll let the vlog give you all the information for that as well. Other than that, guys, enjoy your weekend as best as you can. I think a good thing is that we're the 12:30 kickoff, so we get our depression settings out early doors. And by
You
some
haven't done
miracle,
your
hopefully we'll be at the
predictions. Do
bottom
your
three.
predictions.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, and by some miracle, we'll be out the bottom three. Maybe.
Don't get too gassed.
I don't think it's happening, guys. Listen, big up to you. Remember to obviously look into Grizz Carnage, and if you're not, the big six. Apart from that, guys, we appreciate you. And up the Palace.
Enjoy the post-credit scene.
Egos.
Egos. I played a ting, man. Egos. Press the ting. Press the ting, man. No?